All right, today on the channel, I'm going to talk about how we can take this simple assembly and create a multi-page drawing documents in Fusion 360. Stick around. It's going to be a blast. Let's jump right into this. So we're going to make a 5-sheet drawing of this little assembly. So step one is to create a cover page that has the whole assembly in color in an isometric view. So this is the front, which means we should be able to in Fusion get this view, which is the view I want on my cover sheet. So we're going to go drawing from design. We are going to select from our template, I'm going to do the 11 by 17 or the 17 by 11. So we have plenty of room, and we're going to click OK. We're going to go ahead and find, I believe it'll be the bottom one, the Northwest version of this. And then we are going to shade it, and we are going to make it scale. I believe it can do 1:1. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to need this. We don't actually need these notes on page 1, but we're going to need them for the subsequent pages, so I'm not going to delete them yet. So I'm going to go down here and edit the title block. So the code, this is for my IED class. Every video, I forget to put on the caps lock key. IED. This is part of my 50 series, which is my Fusion Mondays, and this is week 18. And this drawing will actually be 00 because it's the cover sheet. It will be Rev 21.1 for the year, and it will be N/A for the assembly. So we can go ahead and hit finish. Oops, I always forget to hit enter on that wait one. N/A, enter, finished. There we go. This is our first rev, so we don't need to revision. We don't need to change it. This is our first revision, so we're just going to leave that blank. Okay, we're going to bring in the blue piece. Now the problem we have is I want the blue piece in the drawing to look like this. So I want to start it so in this view, with this being the front, so that we have a right, a top, and an ISO. The problem is this does not match what we're trying to do. So I need to reset this view to be in the front view. So notice it's the front view but upside down. If we right click and set current view to front, it will now move it to the right side, which means on the back side, meaning when we go escape to get out of that. There we go. Right click, create a drawing. We do not want to do now a new drawing. We want to put it into the untitled, which I should have saved. And now we click OK. It says, I know the views don't match. That's okay. And here is going to be page 2. Once again, we're going to do a 1:1 scale. And we can place our front view. And then we can go ahead and project our top, our right, and our ISO. And click OK. Double click on the ISO and turn it on. Now, I am going to jump back over to page 1. This page 2 I will talk about in a minute. We're ultimately going to delete it, but I'll come back to that. We're going to click on page 1, and we're going to click on the notes and go Control-C for copy. And we are going to go Control-V for paste. It wants me to move them. I want to move them down here. And then I can click OK. So now we can modify this. So we're going to first start with the notes. The material is aluminum 6061, and the coating is anodized blue. And we can click there. Sometimes the anodization might have a number to go with it to specify a specific shade of blue. And then we only have to modify 2 things in the title block, which this is drawing number 1. Oops, I'm sorry. And the weight, which I had gotten the weight previously, and the weight for the blue one is 14.952 OZ. And I like to do the OZ small, and I have to hit enter. I always make that mistake. So now it'll save it. And then I could go about dimensioning this, but this is not the point of this video. The point of this video is how to lay out multiple page drawings, and you can catch how to dimension things like this in another video. Now let's talk about this. This is page 2. And what page 2 is a much simpler title block. If this drawing was too complicated, meaning it needed too many dimensions, I needed more views, section views, detailed views, then I may need an additional page. I can then put this page behind this blue one, project going into here. I could say create a drawing, and under create a new under this title, and then under a sheet I could choose the sheet that is labeled 2. That's where originally it was stated, and I can click OK, and that would allow me to put the view in here and do any additional views. This part doesn't need this, so I'm just going to delete it, but I'm explaining what that is, and then we can delete this. So going back to the drawing, we are going to turn on the red piece. I want the red piece to be in the same orientation as the blue piece, so I'm going to once again flip this over, once again reset the front view to front, and then I will hit escape, right click, create a drawing, select untitled, select I want a new sheet, and click OK. It's saying once again that I know my views are different. I am going to increase this to 1:1. I will project out all the things, turn on the coloring. I think I can just hit paste. Yep. Move this down here. Okay, we're going to edit the notes again. Once again, it is aluminum 6061, and it is anodized red this time. And we can hit close, and we can double click here, and we're going to change this drawing number to 2. And the value in ounces is 14.117 on this one. And press enter. So that one's done. So let's go back. We're going to turn on the pin and turn this off. And in this case, I want the pin to be in this orientation for my front view, so I can easily dimension that hole. So I am going to set this current view to front. And then once again, create a new drawing into the untitled and hit OK. Yes, I know I've changed the orientation. I can then place this. I'm actually going to do this one 2:1, so we have a plenty big size. And then I will do the basic projects for a round object. And there we go. And double click this and shade it. And once again, paste. I want this down here. And I can, oops, we'll move it down there. And we can say the material, this is going to be 304 stainless steel. And the coating will be raw, meaning that there's no finish on it. And we can go close. We are going to edit the drawing page to drawing number 3. And the weight is 6.394 space OZ, enter. And we can go finish. And we have a fully completed drawing stack with all the different views, which would allow us to produce a PDF of it where you'll get 4 sheets. So you could send this out for quote, or you could turn it in for an assignment. Hope you learned something today. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.